Barbara Jankavski, better known to her hundreds of thousands of followers as the Human Barbie, has died at the age of 31 under circumstances that have left Brazil and the global influencer community in disbelief. Her death, which occurred in early November 2025 in São Paulo, has been officially labeled suspicious by authorities, and as more details emerge, the story only grows more complex and heartbreaking. Born in Brazil, Barbara Jankavski rose to internet fame through her striking resemblance to the iconic Barbie doll. She wasn't born looking that way. Her transformation was the result of more than 20 dozen cosmetic procedures, all documented online. Over the years, she became known as Boneca Desumana, which translates roughly to inhuman doll. Her fans were fascinated by her extreme dedication to beauty standards, and even those who didn't understand it couldn't look away. Barbara had more than 55,000 followers on Instagram and well over 300,000 on TikTok. Her videos were a mix of playful humor, makeup tutorials, and honest glimpses into her recovery after surgeries. In interviews, she spoke about body image, confidence, and the pressures of social media. If you love yourself, it doesn't matter if people call you fake. It's still your body, your life, and your dream. Those words hit differently now, given the tragic way her story has ended. The events surrounding her final night began on November 2, 2025. According to police reports, Barbara had met with a man named Renato Campos Pinto de Vito, a 51-year-old public defender in São Paulo. The two reportedly agreed to meet for companionship, and during the evening, both are said to have consumed an illicit substance. What happened next remains the subject of active investigation. Authorities say that after their encounter, Renato noticed Barbara was no longer moving. He claimed he tried to resuscitate her for nearly 10 minutes before emergency services arrived. When paramedics reached the scene, Barbara was unresponsive. She was pronounced dead at the apartment shortly after. The details released by police have raised eyebrows. Barbara's body was reportedly found wearing underwear with a visible bruise beneath her left eye and light scratch marks across her back. A friend later told police that the bruise had come from a fall she suffered earlier that week, not from that night. Still, investigators are not ruling out foul play until the autopsy and toxicology reports are complete. The São Paulo Public Security Secretariat has confirmed that Barbara's death is being treated as suspicious. Toxicology testing is underway to determine whether drugs, alcohol, or other substances played a role. Renato de Vito remains under investigation but has not been charged. He continues to cooperate with authorities and insists that what happened was a tragic accident. For Barbara's fans, this explanation brings little comfort. Social media has been flooded with tributes, heartbreak, and disbelief. Under her last Instagram post, a collaboration video shared on October 1st, thousands of comments have appeared. Some wrote, "Rest in peace, diva, you lived a life that others only dreamed of." Others added, "So young, so beautiful, you didn't deserve this." Many of her followers have pointed out that Barbara had not been active for over a month before her death, which has fueled online speculation about her mental and physical health in those final weeks. Others have used her passing to spark broader conversations about cosmetic surgery addiction, influencer pressure, and the emotional cost of living your entire life online. Barbara's transformation was extreme, yes, but to her it was a form of art. She often spoke about how society judged her, yet she also found empowerment in reshaping herself into what she saw as perfection. Her surgeries, more than 27 in total, included multiple rhinoplasties, cheekbone implants, lip fillers, and even body sculpting. Her most recent procedure, a facelift performed in June 2025, had been a source of pride for her. She told her followers that it made her feel finally complete. As fans mourn, experts are weighing in on the larger implications of her story. Psychologists point to the immense pressure faced by influencers to maintain attention, likes, and relevance, a cycle that can lead to dangerous extremes. Cosmetic surgeons, meanwhile, are calling for tighter psychological screening for patients undergoing multiple elective procedures. What's especially tragic is how Barbara's public image, glamorous, confident, unbreakable, may have masked deep vulnerability. To many, she represented modern beauty in its most exaggerated form, but to others, she was a warning about how social media can distort self-worth. As of now, police are still waiting for laboratory results that could take several weeks. Only then will the cause of death be officially determined. Whether this was an accidental overdose, a medical complication, or something darker, one thing is clear. Barbara Jankavski's story is not just another influencer headline. It's a reflection of the pressures of perfection, the blurring line between fantasy and reality, and the devastating human cost of chasing an image. In Brazil, the story has dominated tabloids and national TV. Journalists have described her death as a modern tragedy born from digital fame. Friends describe Barbara as kind, funny, and ambitious, someone who, despite the artificial image, had a warm heart and a sharp sense of humor. One close friend said she loved attention, but she loved making people laugh even more. The Barbie thing was just her armor. Fans around the world have launched a digital memorial under the hashtag #ForeverBarbaraBarbara, sharing clips of her transformation journey and celebrating her confidence. In her short life, Barbara Jankavski left behind a legacy of beauty, controversy, and conversation, one that forces us to look more closely at how society defines worth in the age of filters, surgery, and viral fame. As investigations continue, the influencer community watches closely, both mourning her loss and questioning what it truly means to be seen. Was Barbara Jankavski a victim of excess, a casualty of fame, or simply a woman who lived life on her own terms until the very end? Whatever the answer, her story is one the internet will not soon forget. Make sure to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more celebrity updates just like this.